Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus for the month of December 2019. So what we'll do first, we'll link in with Spirit, see what messages they would like to put across, what themes will be coming up for the month of December for you guys. Then we'll be reading from the Tarot deck, the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue, and then we'll be closing it out with Oracle cards for outcomes. So let's just get a link with Spirit here, see what they'd like to say. I don't know if anyone just saw that flash, but there was suddenly a flash from light. There's some sage being burnt in the sort of forefront of the video here. So if you can see smoke, it's not my brain working on overload. It's it's the sage. Okay, this light flashing, I feel there's going to be some kind of a revelation, or there's some change that is unexpected here, and I feel like I'm all giddy, so I feel like it's a good thing. I'm not getting any really kind of weird vibes from it. I'm getting that they're all smiling, so these guys are all smiling, so this is going to be some positive influence or positive news. Could be a spark of inspiration, could be a flash of awareness or perceptive change. Could be a total perspective shift about a given situation that maybe was needing some clarification, or was needing some clarity, was needing some insight. They're just saying you will be given this. So again, be very careful around what you're manifesting, because it's like they're wanting to show you here that there's a potential for a wish granted, but we'll double check that in the cards. Yeah, they want me to talk about the eclipse that's happening on the 26th of December 2019. The eclipse on that day will have the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Jupiter and the South Node all in one area of the sign of Capricorn. Mercury being communication, change, sort of, you know, the mind, thinking. Jupiter being luck, expansion, prosperity. The Sun being obviously the self. The Moon being the emotions. The Sun can also be the masculine, the Moon could also be the feminine, and the South Node being karmic past lives, something that is waiting to be resolved, concluded, closed off in order for new, which is usually where the North Node comes in. So definitely have a look at your astrological placements of those things. Now again, if you want me to have a look at where that could affect you, email me. I'm going to put the information in the description box. Please do check that out, and let's see what else they want to bring forward here. I'm getting very strong masculine energy here with this. I'm hearing significant other. Let me just see what else they want to give me for this. Time to change. Time to change. I feel like if you've had either within yourself and your masculine element where you've been heavily focused, they're saying no, it's not going to be that. Some for both. Okay. Within you, if you're more heavily focused on the masculine, which is more direct, more kind of willful, that wouldn't be called into recalibration. If this is in relation to a love interest, don't forget this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate with you, check back on another video, check back next month, check your other sort of positionings in your chart and have a look at what those videos say. And just trust your gut instinct with anything I'm saying here. Just obviously make sure that you're following your own intuition. I always say this for readers and readings. You're your own, you know, compass. So if something isn't resonating, then just, you know, listen to your own inner guidance. For the masculines, if you're around someone, a significant other, who is very rigid in approach, this will be removed, okay? There is a significant change around rigid approaches, especially with masculines. It could be your significant other. If you're masculine and you're watching this, it could be your partner. Take it as it resonates. They're also talking in general about time for a change, a significant change to how you're doing things. I'm also hearing an uprootal. It could be a house move. It could be that you're having to totally recalibrate your environment, because for you, there's something different that you know is better waiting for you. I just keep hearing closing out old chapters. So let's just see. They're saying wait. The time to transition is now. If you've been holding off making a decision, knowing or thinking that maybe, oh, it's Christmas, I can't do this, they're just saying the time to transition for that is now. Just to at least make a start, because it will provide great benefit to you. but it is a necessary change, okay? So this is going to be a key theme, is change, okay? You must have a look to see where you're giving energy and where you're receiving energy, and if it's balanced. Is someone around you taking to receive, or are you taking to receive? Are you taking on the premise that it will be given back? Is there something conditional about a situation around you, or is this your situation? It could be to do with your love life. Is there someone that is imposing conditions on a love or your attention that is, you know, needs to be recalibrated? Time for a change. They're saying ready. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the cards then, guys. So Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. Cancer. Sorry. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Cancer, Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. Right, these cards are really not playing ball and they're all freshly cleansed. So this is going to be... Someone's stubborn. Someone is really stubborn. Hence the time for a change. Goodness me, these are not... Someone is not playing ball here at all. Oh my god, and I can feel someone else is getting frustrated with it. Right. Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. Cancer. Right, we will get this energy out. Sun, Moon, Rising and or this is, guys, if you're struggling with an energy who's fairly, I want to say, evasive and defensive, I feel you. Like, not that it's funny, but... And I'm just hearing banging your head against a brick wall. And over and over and over. Someone's going through a cycle over and over and over. And nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. They're saying it will. It will have to. That's what they're saying. Right, come on, Spirit. What else? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. This will work. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019. That's quite a few cards that have just... That's gone literally on the other side of the room. Just going to pull a few more clarifiers and then we'll get into the reading. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December, please, Spirit. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Cancer, Sun, December 2019. Don't second guess yourself either. Another thing I want to say. I'm just linking in as I shuffle so I can listen to what they're saying. Don't second guess yourself. If you've been sat there going, is this just me? It's not just you? Because you know what, I just zoned out then, and I went to a different world for a minute, and I was like second guessing, quadruple guessing myself, and then I'm like, this is not my energy. Stick to your guns. Really stick to your guns, because I feel like you could be, one or two of you could be resistant to making a change yourself. Okay, don't forget we are usually mirrors of our environment. Now that might not be for all of you, but if you know you do resonate with that, ask yourself why you're resistant to change. Is there a fear? Usually there is a fear involved in these things. Relinquish control is going to really help that energy, because you know, we are a manifestation of our environment, and if we are trying to grasp control, usually there's a lack within ourselves that we have to acknowledge. Okay, so let's start with this now. Okay, immediately what I want to say here is there could be a situation where you are questioning a scenario with you and a significant other and or a contract, a work environment, a business and or friendship group, where there is either gossiping going on, there is either people keeping a check on social media, or there are external influences which are affecting your current situation. So if it's love, there could be a third party, family member, someone that's just kind of causing issues here, because we've got the Page of Swords and the Three of Ariel, okay? Page of Swords is usually someone that's fairly kind of perceptive, analytical, blunt, truthful, but this is usually indicative of truth. With the Three of Ariels, this is usually, this is Three of Pentacles and Page of Swords. With the Three of Pentacles, this is usually about someone wanting to work with someone, but this could have an external influence where there's like three's a crowd, all right? If it's work, it could be that there is some gossiping going on. Maybe you've heard a rumor and you didn't know if it's true or not. Maybe there's a love situation. Obviously, everyone's going to be different, so I'm just trying to give different scenarios here. Maybe there's a love situation whereby you are not sure whether or not this person has their attention solely on you, and you feel maybe that there's someone else involved in the picture. I'm also hearing something about money here. You could feel like you have lost an investment, or you felt like you put something in and didn't get an fair exchange. I'm hearing the truth will come out with that, and there will be a recalibration. If there's been unfair treatment, this will be resolved. 100% this will be resolved, and I'll tell you why in a sec, right? Because there's another few cards that are suggesting that there's going to be a balance with this, okay? Now, we've also got the High Priestess here, okay, which is usually the secret keeper. This is someone who, there is a significant block within your awareness. Again, this could be the light that I saw earlier, where you're suddenly getting a realization of that. It could also be a third party, someone that's behind the scenes, that is around your connection, relationship, friendship group, whatever, that is not outwardly apparent to you, or maybe it is outwardly apparent to you, but you don't know the full scenario, okay? With the High Priestess, this is also about psychic insights and intuition. Do you remember when I said trust your instincts? What I'm going to say to you is, if you feel like one of these scenarios is your situation, trust it. And I'm just hearing there's no going back. Now, I don't know what that is in connection with, because everyone, it will be all different, all right? Maybe that's not going to relate to some of you. They're saying it will. So just take that as it resonates. Yeah, you must reflect on this, meditate, and you will find more information. But I feel like there is going to be something coming up over the next month that will also provide you with a solidifying information that will, almost compounding information that will allow you to see the truth of the situation. Underneath the High Priestess, we've got the Strength card. Okay, so this is about someone potentially holding back. So it could be someone's holding back a secret, holding back information, holding back insight. Could be you or a significant other within the situation. Maybe it's a boss. Maybe you wanted to approach your boss and you wanted to get more information about something, and you feel like there's something a little bit kind of a bit murky, a bit smoke and mirrors going on. That's also talking about forgiveness and self-confidence. So again, make sure that you're really kind of relying on your own intuition here, because I feel like it won't lead you wrong. We've also got here the Leap of Faith, which is the full card in the tarot deck. With the Major Arcana, it is the first. Okay, this is usually a restart, a fresh start with something, okay? So it could be that, with the previous couple of cards, it could be that maybe you found out something around yourself, your significant other, and a third party. The secret came out, and now you're looking at forgiveness and a fresh start. Or it could be a work project that there was a lot of gossip around, that people weren't really discussing the truth with you, that you had to hold back. The information then came out, and now you're back to, in equal balance, that this is a resolution, and that you're able to move forward with it. Take it as it resonates. If it's not love, it's not work, it'll be money. Put it this way, there is essentially, in an overall general nature, there is a external influence that is potentially getting involved in a situation where you may have had to hold back, but then information is coming to light and there's a fresh start. So it could be a friendship group as well. It could be a work project. Now, with the Four of Cups underneath the Fool card, it could have been that this person, if it is a love interest, previously went away, was around a significant other person, realised that that wasn't going to work. Maybe you found out, and now they're coming back around. Maybe once before that this was you deemed this as a rejection, and now they're coming back round for a new beginning. Okay, take it as it resonates. Either way, if it isn't a love interest. It's something that is a fresh start from something that was previously deemed as a rejection, or previously deemed that wasn't for you, or the door was closed and now there's a fresh start with it. Okay. Now, interestingly, with this fresh start and this renewal, we've also got the Nine of Swords, okay? The Nine of Swords can be sleepless nights, can be worry, anxiety, fearing the future, worry about the future, worry about how things will go, worry about what will be. Now, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles underneath that, Ace of Ariel, it could be that there's the worry is about money. It could be the worry is about a commitment, because the Ace of Pentacles is about fresh offer, a new offer within a tangible, practical sense. So again, this could also be about moving home. All right, this could be about a commitment. It could be about, you know, a sort of, so I'm just listening to what they're saying. They're just saying renewal. So it's like whatever is being renewed, there is anxiety around you with that renewal. Okay. Again, if it's a house move, maybe you're worried about that. Maybe you have to put your house up for sale. Maybe you got a heads up that the money isn't going to be as high as what you thought it was, and now you're worrying about it. But there's something around a new offering that you're worried about. Okay, so maybe with that full energy, someone came back in, is offering you something, but you don't know how legit it is. You don't know whether or not that's something you can rely on, because is it going to go away again? Is there going to be another bit of information that you find out? That's the sort of first part. Now, interestingly, the last set of cards, okay, it shows an interesting outcome, because what we've got here is we've got the Tower card. It says change your life. All right. And do you remember when I kept saying about a change? Do you remember when I kept saying about change? There's a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Do you remember that light that was like ping? Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Right? Now, with the Tower card, this is about a structure that was potentially at some point in time broken down because the foundations were just not there, in order to rebuild something that is solid, has got a solid foundation, has a depth of foundation that is going to last the distance, is going to provide a strong future. Now, don't forget that the card before the Tower is the Devil card, okay? The Devil is about temptations, is about addictions, about limitations. Was the previous concern that influence would come back? Was the previous concern, you know, that would happen? Well, with the Tower, that rules that out, that cuts it out. And the next card after the Tower is the Star in the Major Arcana. And the Star is about a visionary wish coming true, okay? Is about, you know, whatever your fulfillment was, whatever your energy was around that scenario, that you're seeing the outcome, you've manifested an outcome, right? Now, compounding the Tower card is the Nine of Raphael, which is the Nine of Cups, which is again a wish come true. So it's confirming that Star card. It says, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. So, like I said, with that first initial influence of maybe the gossiping and this third party situation, or this external influence that is, you know, surrounding this situation, that there was a bit of secrecy to it, that you were maybe pulling yourself back from, maybe you were trying to keep strong and focused, maybe there was an element of egotism with it, where maybe people would get involved because they were staking a claim over something, or someone didn't want to let something go and then you were disappointed, or take it as it resonates. There's a fresh beginning after a perceived rejection. There's still concern and worry, but then there's a commitment given, and then a Tower and a wish come true. So let's go and sort of clarify a few more of these energies here. Okay, let's clarify what this Ace of Pentacles is with the Tower and then the Nine of Cups. Let's clarify Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's clarify what this will be. Okay, so what is the Nine of Swords? Whoa. Okay, what is the Tower with the Nine of Cups, please? getting a few more cards to build up a picture here. What is the Fool with the Four of Cups? What is the Fool with the Four of Cups, Spirit? What is the High Priestess with Strength? What is the Three of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords? Page of Swords, sorry. Three of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. Could actually be the Ace of Swords, which is about insight, clarity. Okay. If you're in a situation where this is a love interest and that love interest already is with someone else, let's say this is your situation and that person wasn't deciding what they were doing, they were being a little bit fickle, they were coming forward and then backing off, and then there was, you know, you had that general anxiety around you, then they left, let's say. Within that situation, hang on, let me just clarify this. There's a lot of different energies. What is the King? There's like a really strong mirroring going on in this reading. What is the King of Pentacles with Justice? Then they will try and come back. They will try and offer you something. Let's say, like I said, there was a commitment that this other person had around them. They were a bit flaky. They were trying to offer you something, but you just had that anxiety around you. Let's say, for example, they left and then they came back, which is going to be around the December time. I feel like you are probably going to not take that offer. Because for some of you, I feel like I can see you walking away. I can see that this person's going to come back around and offer you something and you're not going to be interested. And the main reason being is you still think that there is someone else around them. And it's like you're just cutting your losses and going. Okay, for those of you that... Let's see what else we can get from this. Because, again, everyone's going to be different. But this is a real mixed bag. If this is not you, and if it's not the other person that is in a commitment and it's you, and let's say you at some point were confused about that other person and you're going to remain in the commitment, the other person is going to step towards you, and then you're going to say no and stay within your commitment. Okay, so just take it as it resonates. Right, but I still see there's a few people are going to get an offer here, and I feel like you're going to walk away from it. I just don't see that you take this offer, because I'm just hearing it's not for you. What can you tell us, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs for December 2019? What is for Cancer? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Put it this way, if you're not the person, there is a third party involvement, but there is definitely going to be an offering and then the other person going no. So whoever offers it, the other person is going to say no for the majority of you. What else can you tell us, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019? And I feel like this could be around the eclipse, the 26th. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of December. Maybe you've already at that point moved on to someone else and you've got into another relationship, and so them coming back means that you know there's no way you can do it. But what the cards are saying is that what once had a third party situation to it, or once had an external influence is no longer an external influence. This is coming to an end. So could be a karmic partnership that was ending. Maybe they come towards you and it's too late, and you decide no, that this is not for you anymore. Maybe you grew out of the feelings. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. There is I mean, look, to be honest with you, if they do come forward, I feel like you are going to be tempted. You are going to be tempted with it. It's, put it this way, because the outcome card is the Nine of Cups and we've just got the excitement card here, it's down to you. You make the choice. It's like you're not on the back foot. You're not the one that's having to wait and see what happens. You're going to be the person that decides this. It's not going to be the other person. So again, if previously the other person said no or said like I can't or whatever else, they're on the back foot this time, not you. Put it that way. And again, if you choose not to walk away, then that's the potential as well, because again, don't forget it's your decision. But there is definitely, I'm not seeing any caution. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month. I feel like they will come forward offering something substantial to you. Okay, yeah, look, this person is really legit. I'll show you the cards that came out. So we've got caution in the reverse. This is usually about a third party. I mean, upright is essentially about third parties that are providing you or need the caution, okay? This is also Mercury in Virgo, all right? So it could have been that there was a restless energy where there was way too many people involved. Okay, this is the caution in reverse card, which was urging the sign of caution because it just wasn't quite the right timing before. We've then come back around. Obviously, there is a sense of excitement and expandability here. Now we've got Mercury in Gemini. So this can also be about lots of confusion as well. Lots of mental chatter, lots of kind of distractions where you're not entirely sure what choice you want to make. Restlessness. But excitement is usually positive news. And obviously, he's on that horse there that blowing the trumpet, which is essentially an announcement. So then we've also got the empathy card, okay? So we've got, that's the moon in Pisces. So obviously moon being fluctuation of emotions and Pisces being that very kind of empathic, very nurturing, very kind of, well, it's a water sign. So it's usually very intuitive. It could be that you guys do end up having a very in-depth conversation where you're, you know, you're kind of trying to explain your side, they're trying to explain their side, so that there's a resolution that is available and that you can then make a decision. Maybe when they come forward, first of all, you don't trust it. Okay, you don't trust it. But then when you get to sort of digging a little bit more, that you find out actually it is legit. And then we've got the seduction card, which is usually a commitment. Okay, this is now Jupiter in Pisces, so it could be a Piscean you're dealing with here. We've got quite a lot of Piscean energy, quite a lot of water sign energy here. Now obviously this person is holding the pomegranate or apple, and sorry, it's the apple. This is usually the temptation card, okay? So seduction. So, and it doesn't have to be that, you know, there's nothing evolving from it. It just means that Eve, if you look at the biblical kind of referencing, Eve took the apple and has that temptation there. So if you had previously gone, I keep feeling really weird earth vibrations, like an earthquake or something. I'm in England, so I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on there. I'm a geo-empath as well, so I'm like, what is that? Felt like a tremor. That was really weird. I don't want to say it, but there could be some very strong sexual energy there. Okay, so with the seduction card in Pisces, it's like if you're around someone already, they are going to potentially bring that offer to you, and it could be that you're then trying to evaluate whether you decide to take the fruit, the forbidden fruit, or you you keep to what you're doing. All right. Now, interestingly, we also got the manipulation card in reverse. So maybe you're sat there going, this person's really trying their luck. Because it's come up in reverse, this is Jupiter in Scorpio, I'm feeling no. And the reason I'm saying that is because we've also got the submission card in reverse as well, okay? So maybe you, because this is also Venus in Pisces, there's another Piscean energy there. If you previously would have succumbed to that manipulation, maybe you're thinking this is another manipulative move. Maybe previously you succumbed to that submission, but this time you're not, but you're just not deciding just yet. But we've also got the friendship card in reverse, okay, which is usually about a development of an existing friendship into sort of building up a rapport where there's an equal give and take of sharing your problems and working through things, okay? Maybe you are not quite ready to open up at that point because you still want to see where this is going to go. You're still like, look, I just want to see what the reality is here without jumping headfirst into something. The outcome with it is adaptability. So I feel like, again, it's confirming whatever you feel you are wanting with this is going to be the case. Now, can you see that man is holding all kinds of things standing on the other man, right? Also, this is Moon in Gemini. Okay, so again, this is now another Gemini that I can see in this energy. So this person or you could have a strong Gemini influence. There is definitely an adaptability about this, which is going to provide freedom of choice where you are not caught on the back foot and you decide what it is you want. Yeah, look, because these cards also flipped out. We've got order and originality. So order is usually about an established routine where there's an agreement here, okay? There's a predictability. There is something that is you're coming to expect where there is not so much up in the air and you can't tangibly expect anything because they're just going to rush off again or something else is going to happen. It's an order, but it's a new order, okay? Because we've got originality here. So it's not order in the sense of order of the same old stuff. It's order of fair give and take, fair balance, originality, which is a new way of doing things. This is about clearing a path, walking away from what is old, and you know, basically clearing way for the new so that you are both happy. Now, again, some of you might decide, no, not interested, I'm going to stick to the situation I'm in, or no, not interested, I'm going to walk. That is entirely your choice. They're also saying if you do decide to do that, I would not be surprised if in the next couple of months that this person pops up again, because their energy feels very like it's like persistent energy. It's like, and I'm just hearing, I've had a lot, you know, I've had to think about this. I've had to think, and you know, I can't live without you, or I wasn't honest about how I feel. But I feel like there is a bit of an outpouring of emotion going on here. So if that person's been very restrictive around what they would say to you, and suddenly they come forward and it's like they're telling you all these things that randomly you would never have thought you would hear, don't be surprised. Oh. Right, that's way too many cards, Spirit. Thank you for all that information, but that's like 100 cards out of 100. Okay, so let's have a look. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019. What else can you tell us here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs for the month of December 2019? What else can you tell us for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs? Yeah, there's a lot of personal growth that I'm seeing here as well. This is very much a month of you being in your power. There's a very strong upgrade in psychic energy as well, and like intuitive energy, but also a level of perfectionism where you're kind of in your power. Yeah, here we go. So again, maybe before they hadn't displayed the friendship and they weren't there for you, maybe you were there for them and then they disappeared. This is changing because the friendship card has now appeared upright. Okay, usually with this energy, because we've got again Moon in Cancer, so this is very fluctuating energy. This is usually a sign of give and take. Okay, now can you see the heron that's flying towards the children? The children are expecting that the heron is coming to deliver a gift to those children, and that it's legit. It's not like some kind of, you know, weird agenda. I don't feel like it is, because we've also got control in the reverse. So someone is relinquishing control. Okay, Jupiter in Capricorn. Again, because we've got that energy with Jupiter being in Capricorn with all those other placements, I feel the 26th of December is going to be extraordinarily significant within this scenario, okay? Now, again, interestingly, because you've got that diamond sort of yellow in the background of the control card in reverse, yellow is about willpower, drive, ambition. I feel like they may well come forward and be like, I've thought about this, let's do it, you know, let's see where this is going to go. Oh, right, let's have a look. Yeah. And again, we've got the originality card again here. So this is about carving a new path, okay? And then with the restlessness card, this is just showing confusion. I genuinely feel with this is Mercury in Aries, the mental chatter around this, you are going to be trying to weigh up all these things to find out whether this is something that you can rely on, because I feel like that person's really stepping up how they're coming forward to you. But it's like you're still confused. You're still not entirely sure. It's like, do I go for this? Do I not go for this? What do I do about this? And again, that could transition over into the January month. But let's just see what other information we can get here. What will the Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs do about that situation? And what's going to happen, please, within the situation? What is going to happen here, please, Spirit? Thank you. See, the cards are shuffling a lot easier now. Now that I've... What will happen, please, Spirit? What will happen? There is a review of the future that will be taking place. You will sit and you will think about this at length. I don't know if this is going to be an immediate decision that you'll make, because we've just pulled the 3 of Ariel here, which is the 3 of Wands. It says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth, which I said before, in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. It's about looking at what you want for your future and where things will take you and what will happen. What else can you tell us about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December 2019? What else can you tell us here, please, Spirit? Yeah, look, you are not going to know what you want to do. 2 of coins. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So again, with that 3 of Pentacles there, it could have been that you both are very much on the same page with how you're viewing your futures. And maybe before that wasn't the case. Maybe you both want the same things, and it's about trying to have a look to see whether that is going to suit you, or, you know, what is going to happen in that scenario. Let's pull some oracles. Let's pull some oracle here. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December 2019. What can you tell us, please, for outcomes? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December 2019. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. Interesting. We've got wealth in the reverse. Okay. Now this again, it could be that where your focus is not on that, okay, where you feel like maybe this was a lose-lose, or, you know, it's like, oh, I invested in this and now I've got to try and, whatever you feel that this, I feel like you might see this as a choice that can't be made into balance. Let's see what else the cards will tell us for Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. December, thank you. Yeah, look. So we've got the Lady of the Lake, okay, so we've got absolute truth, courage, self-respect, responsibility. This is you in your power, okay? You're just kind of like, maybe you view that option as something that you would lose and therefore you can't take it, and you have to kind of draw your boundaries and you have to ensure that you're moving forward. We've also got the King here, okay? So this is man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law and justice. So maybe this is a karmic contract that you yourself are now closing out and that you're trying to move on from because you know it's karmic. Maybe you know that this wasn't, you know, it was, the karma's been closed out now and that you want to move on, because we've got movement, all right? So this is very transitional energy. This is not the be all and end all. This is not, you know, it's not going to sort of, it feels like a learning curve. It feels like something that you feel has to end is ending, or something that you want to end is ending, but it's from your decision. That's how it feels. So what can you tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December 2019? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December 2019. What can you tell us, please, Spirit? What can you tell us, please? For Cancerians. What can you tell us, please, about the situation? Thank you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. December 2019. Can you tell us, Spirit? Cancer. Hello. Oh, here we go. Right, let's look into this, because this is obviously a reference to the Tower. Storm warning. Right, let's get to the bottom of this now. Let's not mess around with this anymore. Right, let's use these Wisdom Oracle deck here. What's the storm, Spirit? What is the storm? Let's see what's going on. What's the storm? So again, that Tower and then the Nine of Cups. Let's just see. What is the storm warning about, please, Spirit? What is the storm warning about, please, with this? What is the storm warning? I don't know why I want to say this, but it's like, I don't know if your or someone else's family don't approve, maybe. We've just pulled the Yang card out, which is strong masculine energy. So maybe with you saying no, the counterpart is not happy with that, with the very strong masculine energy. And we've also pulled out chaos and conflict. So let's have a look. What else? What else can you tell us about storm warning, please? Yang, chaos and conflict. What else can you tell us? Yeah, there's a balance here. This is now, I pulled the To Be Fair card, which is about Libra and justice, okay? This is, it could be karmic. It could be something karmic going on here within this situation that is ready to be closed out. But let's see what other cards they're going to show us. What is the storm warning, please? What is Yang, chaos and conflict and To Be Fair in reference to, Spirit? Yeah, look, the yin is now reversed, which is the feminine energy, okay? So what you have to look at here is whoever is the feminine in this sort of situation, are you balanced emotionally? Because with the fact that it's in the reverse, it's suggesting that the feminine qualities, the emotional qualities may not be balanced, which may be causing a storm, okay? And like a bit of conflict. So make sure that if that's you, you are looking at this and waiting for that flash of inspiration that I mentioned earlier, because don't forget that Tower may be around your awareness, and then the Nine of Cups is there afterwards, because you've now suddenly become aware that the issue was never with the other person, it was with you. Maybe you were looking at something in the wrong way. What else can you tell us, please, about the situation? Storm warning, Yang, chaos and conflict, To Be Fair, and Yin in reverse. What else can you tell me about the situation, please, Spirit? For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019. And we've got about time to change. Remember that first message? We've got the TikTok here, okay? Now that's going to be different for everyone, but you're going to know what that is in reference to. There is maybe you're imbalanced because maybe you, I mean, look, if you're feminine, maybe you're so aware of the timing elements of this that you are not focusing on anything else other than that, and that's causing an imbalance. What else can you tell me here about the TikTok? What is the TikTok in reference to? Let's have a look. Let me pull these other cards. What is storm warning, yang, chaos and conflict, to be fair, yin in reverse, and TikTok in reference to, please? Yeah, someone is really focusing too much on control and being the dominant party. Someone wants to control this. Okay, so let's say where I pulled the control card before and it was in the reverse, and you know that it was to show that that other person was legit. Maybe you're the one that's trying to grab the control, grab the reins too tight. Maybe you want the domination, and take it as it resonates. If it's not you, it will be the other person. All right, but there is an imbalance with this. It's like there is an imbalance with this. What else can you tell me here, Spirit? Yeah, it's like there's a very strong... I'll be really honest with you. This feels very karmic-y. Like, but let me just double check this. Everyone's going to be different, but that energy in itself, that blow-up energy, feels like it is a little bit like there's a lot of karmic energy going on here. Let me just pull some more here, just to get some more information. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019. If there is pettiness going on where you're playing this tit for tat, and I'm not saying you're all doing it, this is the more obvious of the energies within this collective reading. If you're sat there going, this is not me, then this is obviously clearly not a message for you. But if you are playing mind games, don't, because this is going to make the situation worse. And not only that, but this is going to actually affect your karma. You're going to end up going into another situation and having to deal with the same stuff back. And from someone who, look, I'm 38 now, but obviously I was young once, and you know, I thought it was all fun and games, and then you end up getting massively messed around, and then you're just like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the month of December 2019, please. What can you tell me? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2000. Yeah, it's like someone is leaving the situation, okay? Someone is going off. There was probably once maybe some energy of where they weren't quite up front. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. I had to get a drink. Could barely talk. Maybe the previous situation was that they or you was not upfront about a situation. Maybe they or you were in their ego and they didn't quite come across as accurately as they could have done. And there was a little bit of porcupines. It could be that that person, whoever it was originally, who was telling those porkies, because everyone will be different, wants to come back and create something, but you, the person that was affecting previously, doesn't want to and leaves. All right. So there's essentially a kind of an opposition. It's like a tag. So if they once weren't interested, they're going to come back and be interested. If they once lied to you, they're going to come back, and then maybe you'll end up lying to them and going. But there's a mirroring going on with this, okay? So whatever your situation is, swap that. That will be the outcome. So for example, if they walked away from you because they went to a third party, maybe now you're getting into a situation with someone new, and then they come back and then you say no, just as the same situation happened back then with you. Swap it around depending on how it resonates. But either way, someone is leaving the situation. Now I've used 1, 2, 3, for about 4 or 5 decks here, and they're all saying that one person's going to leave, okay? And it looks like you're the one that's going to be making that decision. Now again, if that's not you, and maybe it's them, and everyone is very different in this situation because it's a general reading. So take it as it resonates, but I just put it this way. I feel like someone is coming back around. That's the definitive answer. But everyone's in, the individual specific situations are going to be different. Yeah. Someone will want to show loyalty from the situation. Someone will want to show that they are investing in this. What will the Cancerian do in the situation? What is the Cancerian going to do? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Maybe you were loyal to them and now you're not going to be, but there is a change to that. Yeah. I feel like you're going to sit and try and sort of, we've got on the bottom of the deck a commitment here. So it just feels like this isn't quite getting itself together and one person is going to want to move away. I feel like this situation is going to have a little bit of kind of ups and downs in this month with the storm warning. Obviously, if that is the case, just try and do what you can that isn't going to kind of add to that drama, because it will just come back. There's just no point in the way I'm sort of seeing it. Is treat people as you'd like to be treated, even if they've acted like a complete wally. Just they'll have to learn. You don't need to add to it. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign for the month of December 2019. Outcomes, please. What is the outcome, please, for Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? What is the outcome, Spirit, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs? Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Outcome. Okay. This is the Angel Therapy card. So it says, gives your cares and worries up to the angels and allow us to take your burdens. So if you're really in an anxious energy around this, ask Archangel Michael to cut any negative caused ties and attachments. Make sure you're cleansing your home and your space, your environment. Salt baths are brilliant for cleansing auras. White California sage is great for cleansing rooms. Anything that you feel like you want to throw away or or recycle, or to sort of start off the new year, by all means. But it could help with that mental confusion that I was seeing earlier, because that definitely feels like there is a female imbalance, and there is also a mental conflict that is probably not helping the situation to be shown as clear. Okay, and obviously if we're not balanced, or they're not balanced, then it's going to be very difficult to link in with those emotions and those intuitive feelings, because you know what I mean. But there is a fairness here. There is a balance, a recalibration of karma that is coming in. This is Mars. It says this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So there is karmic justice coming for you. If you've been massively mistreated, even more importantly, just to not feed into that and let that play itself out, because you will be having that justice. Okay, guys? So hopefully that's been of some assistance. I'm wishing you all the very best for the month of December. If obviously you do celebrate Christmas, have a wonderful Christmas. If you don't, great New Year. And if you don't celebrate your New Year, then take good care of yourselves. I do post videos Monday to Friday. Tomorrow's video is going to be... I probably will post one tomorrow because I'm a bit behind, but I'll probably do Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. If you want to sort of suggest to pick a card, by all means make a note of which pick a card you want me to do once I've completed all the signs, and I'll have a look at that. It might not be the specific request, but I'll probably take an idea from it just so that everyone can benefit. If you want to email me for any sort of services, by all means send us an email. Information is in the description box. Thank you for all your likes, subscriptions and shares. It does mean a lot to me. And yeah, have a wonderful time whenever you're watching this. Take care. Bye.